Good morning. This is meteorologist and master's student Allison Krantz with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for August 18th, 2025. Here are the fire potential impacts for the next 3 days, which will primarily be breezy and dry for various parts of Nevada, Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming. Today, warmer and drier conditions with some pockets of 20 to 35 mile per hour winds combined with low relative humidity values are going to be from southwest Nevada to northeast Nevada in a northerly direction, western Nevada in a northeasterly direction, northeast Utah, and most of Idaho in a northerly direction. There's also a chance of mixed wet and dry thunderstorms for northernmost Idaho. Tuesday, hot and dry conditions with some 20 to 35 mile per hour winds with low relative humidity will be in the Sierra Front area and from southwest Nevada up to northern Idaho, which will be in a northerly direction. Another chance for a mix of wet and dry thunderstorms in northeast Nevada and northernmost Idaho. As we get into mid to late week, there will be hotter, drier weather, increasing fire behavior, and a chance for isolated lightning returning. Wednesday, hot and dry conditions with a pocket of 20 to 35 mile per hour winds, with combined low relative humidity will be in northeast Nevada in a northeasterly direction, eastern Idaho and western Wyoming in a northeasterly direction, and west central Idaho with a southeasterly direction. There will be further chances for isolated mixed wet and dry thunderstorms in southeast Utah, eastern Nevada, and on the western part of the Utah-Idaho border. Looking at the past 24 hours, precipitation totals were isolated and up to 1/4 of an inch for northern Nevada and Utah, and then 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch for western Wyoming. Most of the precipitation was across Idaho, with the most concentration in eastern Idaho. Areas of 1/2 an inch to an inch were recorded along the southern Idaho border and in eastern Idaho for lightning. We had a few scattered strikes in northeastern Nevada and northern Utah, but the most of it was located in the storms that affected Idaho and Wyoming, especially in eastern Idaho, western Wyoming, and that diagonal swath from central Idaho to the northeast. Great Basin fire activity shows some new fires primarily in a line in central Utah and in the Idaho-Wyoming border area. The most impactful new fire is the Buckley Draw fire outside of Salt Lake City. Yesterday, initial attack activity was needed for 15 fires of a combined burned acreage of 436.96. And large fires grew an additional 13,509 acres. For priority incidents, we have the new and emerging Buckley Draw, Cottonwood Peak, Rock, Monroe Canyon, Beulah, Chin Creek, Sand Creek, Box, and Rancho. Looking at the past week, we had precipitation across almost all of the basin, with the most impactful being of 1 to 2 inches in the corner of northeast Nevada into Idaho, eastern Idaho, the Arizona Strip, and western Wyoming. However, percent of normal precipitation over the past 30 days is still well below normal, except for some pockets of well above normal in northwestern Nevada and northern Idaho. The RAWS ERC percentile point map shows some significant decrease in ERC percentiles for western and northern Idaho, as well as northwest and northern Nevada. Still high ERC percentiles overall, though. Looking at some specifics, the Idaho highlands, even with some rain, are still seeing ERC values around their maximum for this time of year. Also, the Uintah-Wasatch area, where the Buckley Draw fire started, is seeing near record ERC values as well. Satellite for this morning shows some precipitation associated with a front in Washington, which will bring some of that precipitation into northern Idaho. Winds are a bit stronger ahead of that front, bringing some wind gusts to western Nevada and most of Idaho, especially. Currently, there is some precipitation and lightning strikes occurring in northern Idaho, as well as some cloudy conditions in that same area. For the smoke forecast, today, smoke coming off the Cottonwood Peak fire will have the most impact. Tuesday is going to be a similar situation, with most of smoke coming from the same fire. Today, dry conditions for almost all of the basin, except for northern Idaho, and windier conditions in western Nevada and most of Idaho. The basin is mostly in moderate risk, except for areas in northwestern Idaho, which remain in low risk. Winds are primarily in western Nevada, eastern and northern Idaho, and as well as a swath going northeast from starting point in northwest Nevada. Low relative humidities in the single digits to teens for most of Nevada and Utah, and we're still seeing some higher values in Idaho for the time being. Temperatures will start to warm back up across the basin, except for northern Idaho, which will still be receiving some precipitation and cooler air. The highest percent of precipitation will be in that northern Idaho area. Tuesday, dry conditions remain with a chance of some precipitation in northeastern Nevada and some stronger winds from Nevada through Idaho. High risk will be issued for wind in northeastern Nevada and the eastern half of Idaho, with the entire basin degrading to moderate risk. Winds will be more widespread, with that swath from northwest Nevada up through northern Idaho. These winds will be combined with low relative humidities in the low teens and single digits across most of the basin. Temperatures will rise even further, with most of the basin seeing temperatures well into the 90s and southeast Nevada in the 100s. The chance of isolated storms will primarily be in northeastern Nevada. Wednesday, hot and dry conditions, especially for western Nevada. Some storm chances for northern Utah, eastern Nevada, southern Idaho, and southeastern Utah. Winds will be the highest in northeastern Nevada into Idaho. Another high-risk day for winds in most of Idaho, except western, and the basin will remain under moderate risk. This shows the same area of winds from northeastern Nevada into Idaho. The strongest pocket will be in northeastern Idaho and western Wyoming. There will be some higher relative humidity values for Idaho, with very low values still continuing in Nevada. Temperatures will still be on the hot side, with most areas well into the 90s, and a chance of precipitation in southeastern Utah, eastern Nevada, and southern Idaho. Looking ahead to the next 3 days, it will be a lot drier, with only a chance of some precipitation around 1/100th of an inch in parts of Utah and northern Idaho. Thursday, very dry conditions continuing for Nevada, and now also in Idaho. Some stronger winds will be in Idaho and western Wyoming. There will be chances of precipitation across most of Utah, primarily in the southern half, as well as southeast Nevada and the Arizona Strip. From Thursday through Sunday, we may see the possibility of some wet, dry thunderstorms with lightning chances. So as we get closer, be on the lookout for the chance of some lightning high risk being issued. The basin remains in moderate risk. Friday, very dry conditions for Idaho, precipitation chances across the southern half of Utah, the Arizona Strip, and southeastern Nevada. From the expected rain Thursday, we will see some improvement from moderate to low risk in the Arizona Strip, southern Utah, and southeastern Nevada. The rest of the basin will remain in moderate risk. Saturday looks like it will bring precipitation chances to a lot of the basin, especially eastern Nevada, most of Utah, and the Arizona Strip. Idaho will be remaining on the drier end. Friday's precipitation will then further improve areas in Utah from moderate to low risk, except for northwestern Utah, which remains in moderate. Sunday looks similar, with precipitation chances in Utah and Idaho, some drier conditions returning to western Nevada, and some stronger winds in the Sierra Front. Another section of Utah, the central Utah region, will go from moderate to low risk, only leaving northwest Utah at moderate. For the coming 7 days, precipitation will be seen across most of the basin, with the highest totals of 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch in central Nevada, the Arizona Strip, and a diagonal path through central Utah. The NOAA CPC 8 to 14 day outlook shows a rainbow of temperature values for the Great Basin, with above normal temperatures in the western half of Idaho and northwestern Nevada, near normal for central to northeast Nevada, northeast Utah, southeast Utah, western Wyoming, and the eastern half of Idaho, then below normal temperatures for southern Nevada and most of Utah. Precipitation totals will be above normal for all of the basin. If you have any questions, here are the contacts to reach out to. I hope you all enjoy your day.